Incredible to watch your story. Please welcome Michelle Riccio and Jill Weiner in studio with us right now. Hi, guys. So it's funny, before we came on, you said, oh, I'm nervous about being on TV, and I'm thinking all of the things you're going through. Don't even worry about this interview right now. This is the least of your worries. I want to talk to you first, Michelle, just about your parenting style with your little boy. So a lot of people, I mean, this is huge, you know, you're dealing with cancer right now. Have you changed the way that you're raising him?
I guess that's one of the things that a lot of people would think as soon as you're diagnosed with something, and I'm a stage 4 breast cancer, so it is technically terminal. Would I be easier on him? And I'm not. I feel my role as a parent is still to raise him, to know what's right and wrong, how to be a good boy, to do well at school, all those things. And so I think that's still what's important. That's still my job. And so I think I'm just as tough with him as I was before. Not that you're tough with a 2-year-old, but I still have my beliefs, and I'm going to keep following those.
I love that. Trying to record and make sure that you're really big on all the milestones that happen. How are you doing that?
Oh my gosh, well, with social media, first of all, it's everywhere. I have it on Instagram, Facebook, but then I also have a journal that I keep beside my bed that I started doing even before I was diagnosed, of just interesting things that he had done that day. And so I continue to do that, and it's something that he'll hopefully be able to look back on.
That's beautiful. I love that idea. So Jill, one thing we left out of the tape is when you talked to your daughter, your elder daughter, about the treatment, she was a little bit concerned because this was going to be taking a lot of time away from her. You kind of liked that response from her.
I did, absolutely.
Why?
Well, so when I told my daughter and explained to her that I would have treatment, and probably the treatment would make me sick sometimes, and I wouldn't feel awesome a lot of the time, what she said was that that she wasn't looking forward to that she was worried about that because I wouldn't be a lot of fun. And that made me really happy because 12-year-olds are supposed to be like that. She's 13 now, but she was 12. 12-year-olds are supposed to think about themselves first. And she did, so that showed me that she was responding in an age-appropriate manner, and what was supposed to be important to her was still important to her, because I didn't really want her to worry about me, you know, more than necessary. So I was really pleased with that, and it made me feel like I had done a good job.
You can see both of you aiming to keep that level of normalcy with your children. That's extremely important to you, isn't it?
Absolutely.
To keep things going. I want you guys to have your childhood, and you do what you need to do, and I will do what I need to do when it comes to fighting this. I want to know, for the people around you, because you both have a support system, right? What's the best thing they can do for you? You know, some people say, and I think a lot of women are like this, and a lot of moms are like this, we don't necessarily want to ask for help. And if you make me ask for it, I'm just not going to ask. Is it helpful for you when people can step up and say things like, hey, Tuesday, Thursday, I will be taking Taylor. I'll be picking him up from school. Like, what kind of support would you need or want or love to see?
For me, I still want to be involved. So it is hard for me to ask for that help. I want to pick him up from school. I don't want to miss a moment. So, but when it does come time when I'm tired or I'm just not feeling well, I have to get better at actually asking for help.
Okay, that's fair.
And then with my friends too, like when they come over or they're talking to me, I just say, I don't want them to be like there's an elephant in the room kind of thing. Like, let's talk about where things are at right now, get it over and done with, and then let's move on with just having a good time together and playing with the kids and doing whatever.
Nice. Okay, how about you, Jill?
I also had a really hard time asking people for things, and one thing that everyone would say to me was, anything you need, just let me know. And I never did, because when I needed something, I'd be thinking, is that what they were referring to? Is asking them to pick up my kids from school today going to be too much? Can I really ask them to do laundry? So what I found was helpful was the people that said, I want to make you a meal. When do you have chemo next? What would be the right time to bring you a meal, and what does your family eat? And then made it happen. Or, I know your daughter's in the same after-school care as mine. If I can pick her up, let me know when. So people that really thought about what they could do that would be helpful and offered it. And those were the people that helped me. The people that said I'd like to do anything, even though I really, really appreciated it and I know it was sincere, it never really happened because I just didn't know what or how to ask.
I love that advice. That's very, very good. So the one thing we haven't talked about that we're going to talk about after the break is, how do you tell your kids that this is what you're going through? What's age appropriate? What can you tell them and be truthful? Stay with us. That's happening after the break.